Today we're going to be talking about if 8th graders can get a college football scholarship. So the short answer of things, you guys, is no. An 8th grader, a 7th grader, even a freshman in high school cannot receive a legitimate, committable scholarship offer. But why do they do it? And 99% of the stuff that you see on social media where you got this athlete getting recruited here, this athlete getting an offer from here, is complete BS. So let's talk about why colleges will actually recruit them, and then how you guys can easily spot the BS out there and why it's honestly illegal to be able to receive a committable scholarship offer under the age of your junior year. So reason why colleges will recruit athletes early on is because they want to be first on their, I guess you could say, like, recruiting list. So all these schools are taking bets. It's like they're placing bets on different, like, sporting events, for example. But imagine if you could place a bet on a sporting event and you can only win. If you lose the bet, that means you get all of your money back. I think everybody would be doing that, right? You'd bet on every single football game known to man. Bet $1,000. If I win, I get $2,000. If I lose, I get my $1,000 back. That's essentially what these schools are doing with younger players. They're saying, okay, this kid might be really good, so we're going to give him a verbal scholarship offer, but if he ends up being bad, it doesn't matter because it is a verbal offer that does not mean anything. Either party can back out at any time. But if they give this verbal offer, and let's say that kid ends up being really good, they could always come back to that athlete and say, hey, remember, we were the first ones that recruited you. You should commit to our school. And so that's why they do it, you guys. Some players are worth the early recruiting. You might get a freshman who plays in like Texas or California who starts on varsity and is getting all this attention. Great, fantastic. But it's not a legitimate offer. It is verbal until the summer before your junior year of high school, and that's what we're going to talk about next. Now, fellas, if you would like help gaining weight this off season, check out that very first link in the description below for our AG Labs Whey Protein Powder. One of the best things that you could do as an athlete to help yourself gain weight is consume 1 gram of protein per pound of your desired body weight. So if you're 150, you want to get to 160, you need to consume 160 grams of protein a day, and that's tough to do with only eating 2 to 3 meals, even 4 meals. So you need to supplement with a protein powder to hit that intake. So guys, if you want one of the best tasting protein powders on the market, this is our salted caramel frappuccino flavor, but we have multiple flavors that are some of the best tasting protein powder that I've ever had. Use that promo code, use the code FIRST25, FIRST25 at checkout at that very first link in the description below to get yours. Now let's talk about committable and non-committable offers, right? So if you see an 8th grader, a freshman, even a sophomore in high school receive an offer, just know that it is a non-committable offer. So what do I mean by that? So every single year when you talk about like the recruiting process, it's always big news when some of the top recruits in the country commit to a school, which essentially means like, hey, I'm going to your school. You cannot do that until the summer before your junior year legitimately. So that's why it's honestly all BS, you guys, because a non-committable offer essentially means like it could be one of two things. Either like we're interested in you, but you know, you're too young and we want to see how it pans out, or you could get a non-committable offer even when you're a junior in high school. You're just not that high on the school's recruiting list. How colleges will recruit is they'll have a list, like let's say I'm looking for a quarterback. Say I'm a college coach, I'm looking to recruit a quarterback, and I have a list of 10 guys. You know, 1, 2, and 3, I have them ranked, and then 4, 5, all the way down to 10. 1, 2, and 3, I would sign any one of those guys, just whoever commits first. So let's say number 2 commits, right? Okay, cool, that's my quarterback. That means offer 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all those offers, null and void. They're not there anymore because we already got our quarterback. We can't just sign anybody who commits to our school because we only have a limited amount of scholarships to give out. But let's say 1, 2, and 3 don't commit, they go elsewhere. Okay, 4, 5, and 6, that turns into a committable offer. So a non-committable can turn into a committable offer, but I tell you this just so you know, if you receive an offer, keep working. Don't think that you've accomplished anything because that offer can be gone like this, especially if it's a non-committable. So your first question to a coach, if you're young, you already know the answer to this, but if you're a junior, senior, and they give you an offer, hey coach, is this a committable offer? And I recommend committing on the spot. But you younger guys, you know it's not committable. It does not mean anything. It's a verbal agreement. Either side can back out at any time, so just know that and understand that going in. Now, why do I tell you all this information, you guys? And I say it just so you don't get discouraged. If you're an 8th grader, a freshman, a 7th grader watching this, and you look on social media and you see like, oh, this player has this offer from here, this player's getting recruited from this school, don't discourage yourself. Don't get down on yourself because you're like, oh man, why am I not getting this? It's over for me if I'm not getting recruited as an 8th grader like you see all these other people are. That's not the case, you guys. 99% of what you see is BS. You have to keep working. You have to keep improving your skills, work on your skills, your speed, your strength in the gym. You're going to develop. You're going to get bigger. Just stay patient, you guys, because everybody's recruiting journey is a little bit different. Just don't scroll on your phone for hours and discourage yourself and get down on yourself. The more time you spend actually thinking about that stuff, the less time it's going to distract you from what you actually need to do, which is improving your skills and improving your game.